Hey ladies, Donna Michelle here, and I am back with another YouTube video. On this video, I am going to give you ladies a quick snippet of where we are in our house journey. I took a few pictures, so let you ladies see how the house is coming along and my thoughts on the current state of the market and how that's affected our buying during this time. As always, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for watching. On this channel, I do focus on home decor, lifestyle, beauty, relationships, and a host of other things. If that sounds interesting to you, I do hope that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you. I'm also gonna throw in a few extra things at the end of this video. I have some things that I got from my sister-in-law. She gifted me from Rae Dunn, and most of these you can pick up at your local Marshalls or TJ Maxx. And I thought they were so cute and definitely YouTube worthy. So I will show you ladies what she gifted me. As y'all know, she's moving into my in-laws RV that they just purchased, and she can't obviously take every single thing that she has. So she had a lot of things that she was able to give away. She will eventually buy a home and accumulate more things, but I thought it was nice of her to pass those things along to me as I am excited to use them. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to insert some clips of the home. This is how our house is currently looking. We are somewhat on schedule. We were expecting like a late August, early September close date. We're a little bit behind because of some sort of electrical hiccup, which is fine by us. But our lease is technically up in October. So we still have, you know, time. There's a little bit of a wiggle room, almost like a month, month and a half. So hopefully they'll be able to complete everything and there won't be a lot of things that are on back order so that we can get in the house as soon as possible. Now, it is difficult to buy a house in this time. As we know, there's like this looming recession and all kinds of things going on. And we hear the chitter chatter. We hear, you know, oh, it's not smart to buy a home right now. The market is going to crash. We also hear, oh no, it's not going to crash. You know, interest rates are going to spike. It's going to maintain. I've heard some of everything. Historically, it would crash. As of right now, there are still a lot of people in the workforce. There's not a lot of layoffs. We have seen layoffs, you know, if you look at the bigger tech companies, but overall, like, unemployment is down. That's some of the determining factors as far as like what the housing market is going to do. Because essentially if people are not working and they've built all these homes and they spike the prices, well, then they have to sell these homes, right? They built them all, they've got to sell them. Usually there's like a surplus in supply. Well, that's still not happening right now. There is still a low supply. So therefore the prices are still able to kind of hold where they're at. So that's what's going on. But more specifically, I can speak to Texas. I can't speak to the rest of the world, but in Texas, especially where I'm at in Austin, Texas, it's a boom here. More than just inflation, we have all these headquarters that have moved here, like Tesla. We've got Indeed here, we've got Google here, Amazon's here. All of the big tech guys came to Austin in this last decade. So Austin has really taken off between South by Southwest, ACL. Austin has just become this massive destination for many people. So that doesn't look good for those of us that live here, because you've got the big money coming in so they can afford where the housing prices are, if that makes sense. So the median house price in Austin is like, I think like $630,000, which is insane because 5 years ago it was probably like $250,000. But you've got all the big conglomerates moving here and all the people from California and all the six-figure people, they're coming in and they're driving the market up because they can afford it. The person who bought our house is from California, and he bought our house for almost double what we bought it for. And I'm sure it was nothing to him because a home like that in California would have probably cost $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. So to him, paying what he paid was probably nothing. So that's what's going on in Texas. And so I'm telling you this to say, we have thought about, should we back out, should we wait? But then we finally kind of just made that executive decision that we're gonna trust God and go with what we've got. The house that we're purchasing, the price did not increase a lot from where it was a year or so ago. So that was number one. Number two, we're getting a lot of house again for the price, and it's way below the median of what is in the area. And I don't think I want to be on hold for a year or two waiting to see what's going to happen, waiting for a crash, waiting for this. We've already been through all this with COVID, and it's been a rough few years for the US, has it not? Or excuse me, not even the US, for the world. So there's so many things going on, and I'm at a place in life where I really just want to live life and enjoy. And if something bad happens later down the road, something happens later down the road. If we happen to be upside down, then we're upside down, but we're in a house that we love, and we plan to stay there for at least a decade. So that's kind of where we stand. For most of you know, I just turned 32, and I've been in school most of my life. I'm in the last leg of this PhD journey. I'm a PhD candidate now because I passed all of my comp exams and finished all coursework, and I'm just working through dissertation. But I've been in school and working toward this career that I have in HR, and I've built all these things with the help of course, our Lord and Savior. I've worked really hard, and I haven't had a lot of fun and play. Most of my life has been about hitting this target, hitting this number, getting this grade, this paper, just a lot of things. I didn't do a bunch of traveling. I've left the country like once with my husband, I think for one of our anniversary trips. But I really want to live life and enjoy. And I feel like as long as we're in a place where we can afford the house and it's comfortable for us, I don't want to wait another year, 2 years until everything levels out and mellows out. I just want to live because tomorrow's not promised. You know what I mean? Like, we saw that with COVID, and I just really want to enjoy the next 32 years. The first 32 years have been all about business so that I could enjoy the rest of my 30s and 40s and so on and so forth. So that's kind of my thoughts on everything. More so consulting with God and saying, hey God, if this is what you want us to do, you'll make it happen. Now, if everything falls through at the end, then we'll know that's not what God wanted, and we'll regroup and decide what's best for us at that point. But I'm ready to settle down and put down permanent roots. Even though we had a house before, it served its purpose as well. But now I'm ready to put down something that we know more is like a 5 to 10 year situation, start our family and all that good stuff. So to do that, I'm ready to get situated. I'm ready to be in our own space, and I mean, an apartment is a space too. Something wrong with an apartment, but the price that we're paying in our apartment is the same as what our mortgage was in our house. And to me, that just doesn't feel logical. I feel like we're just throwing away money, and I prefer to put that toward our mortgage. So I can't see us staying in an apartment for another year or two and throwing away that kind of money. I told y'all we lived in this exact same apartment number while we were building our house. And let's just say the cost has went up $400 or $500 in the last 3 years. So again, we're paying what we were paying our mortgage in this apartment, and a 1-bedroom apartment at that. So we're ready for space. My hubby wants a dog. We already have Duke, but we want another dog, and we want to grow our family in the next year or so. So we're ready to get settled. So I just wanted to throw that out there. It's been plaguing me back and forth. Like, do we drop out? What do we do? Do we go forward? And I think you just have to pray and talk to God and get clarity on that situation. I'm not worried about interest rates. We've already locked in our interest rate, and we can still refinance because they'll eventually come back down as far as interest goes. But still think we got a really good deal in our home, and I think we're gonna move forward even though we have the looming recession. My husband and I are both in stable careers. It doesn't mean anything, but every company has an HR department, which is why I chose HR, and he, as well as his industry. So we're pretty good there and have pretty stable jobs and things like that. But that's that. Now let me show you some of the things that my sister-in-law gifted me. Do y'all like Rae Dunn? Let me know, let me know. Isn't this so adorable, this picture? I cannot wait to use it. So she gave me this. Give me a second. I also got this from her. For your salt or pepper when you're cooking. You gotta put all your spices in here if you're like measuring them out. Like 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon. This is perfect for that. Next up, I got this. For syrup, or if you need it for your coffee creamer when you're drinking coffee in the morning. Isn't this so cute? And it says pour. She got all of this stuff from Marshall's, I think. I don't see anything on the outside, but Marshall's. And it was all like $5.99, really affordable. Do we love this for a like nice little tart or pie? So we're doing HelloFresh, and I'm always having to squeeze lemon juice, so this is perfect. And last but certainly not least is this beautiful souffle bowl. I love this. I absolutely love this. I cannot wait to use all of this. I am so excited. Tell me what your thoughts are and if you use or like Rae Dunn's kitchenware. But that's all, ladies. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening to me. You know, you just make the choices in life that work for you, okay? Be smart, be calculated, but talk to God and make the decision that's best for you. Like I said, I'm 32. I'm ready to now live life. I've been bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, supervising, climbing my way up the corporate ladder. I've done so many things and I am ready to just enjoy. I had so much pressure on myself. I anticipated being done with all of these things by 30 and it just didn't work out that way with the pandemic and life stresses. But I'm here now and I'm grateful to be in this spot and I'm ready to just live and enjoy the rest of whatever God has planned for me. So live the life that God has designed for you. Don't live anyone else's life. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Just live your life.